Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining in. This side, Rahul Magan here as a Chief Executive Officer of Treasury Consulting LLP. And today we are going to covering a video which is Bloomberg Dollar Spot Index. As you very well understand that dollar index is playing a very important role across the globe, and sitting today the dollar index is trading at approximately 97.80 approximately, and it was approximately 99 few days ago. And now, as we very well understand, that the Federal Reserve meetings came dovish, and Federal Reserve clearly said that they are not in a situation to, I would say, to increase the rate in the December meeting. More or less, they clearly said that. Henceforth, there are a lot of talks which is happening on the Bloomberg TV that the Fed is turning out to be the data dependent. Now, this is dollar index, which is made up of five currencies, right? And this composition has been decided by an international regulator. But Bloomberg dollar index is, I think, is something which is very beautiful, and Bloomberg dollar index is is the coverage of the Bloomberg dollar index is much better than we have DXY or USDX, because dollar index is also known as DXY or USDX. Now, if we talk about Bloomberg dollar index, which is right up front view, then the Bloomberg dollar spot index tracks the performance of the basket of the leading global currencies versus the US dollar. The index represents both developed and emerging market currencies that have the highest liquidity in the currency markets and the biggest trade flows with the US. It has dynamically updated composition and represented a diverse set of currencies that are important for their trade and liquidity purpose. It provides useful measure of the US dollar compared to the other indices that do not update their composition and comprise of handful of currency with concentrated weights. Now, Bloomberg dollar index is like this. If I go down, then Bloomberg dollar index is covering things like this. Bloomberg dollar index differs in many aspects, but we have IC US dollar index, which is also known as USDX and or also known as DXY shortly. Now, if we compare this, first of all, Bloomberg dollar index comparing a lot of currencies versus the USDX. Secondly, Bloomberg dollar index is not dominated on the euro, whereby IC dollar index is totally dominated by euro. Now, Bloomberg dollar index is current at it also includes the emerging market currencies like Chinese yuan and respective. Yes, one caveat which I think Bloomberg dollar index is having today is that they should give more composition to the Chinese yuan. As 1st October 2016, Chinese yuan is in SDR, and they are enjoying approximately 10.2% something of their portion of in the SDR. So this is a little caveat, but I hope over the period Bloomberg will change that as well. Now, if we go down, then we will get to know this is what the composition of the Bloomberg dollar index. You have Euro, JPY, which is Japanese yen, Canadian dollar, Mexican. You have Mexican peso, MXN. You have GBP, Aussie dollar, Swiss franc, Korean won, CNH. Here you have CNH, not CNY. Remember very carefully. You don't have a CNY. You have CNH, right? Which is an offshore Chinese yuan. CNY is an offshore Chinese yuan. You have CNH here. Then you have BRL, Brazilian real. Euro is roughly 31.75, Japanese yen 18.4, Canadian dollar 11.48, Mexican peso, and so on and so forth. But if we compare this with with IC dollar index, which the world is watching, you will get to know that it is highly dominated on euro, 57.60. In fact, the same is the seen with SDR also. That after USD, euro is having the second biggest portion. And when I would say that the biggest banks of Europe are falling, like Deutsche is in the crisis, Wells Fargo is in the crisis, and a lot of negative stuff is happening in Europe. I strongly doubt that such kind of methodology should keep on following, and the people should continue to trade on that. As simple as that. Japanese yen in Bloomberg is roughly 18.5, and here in DXY it is 13.60, and GBP to an extent is not a very drawdown. Swiss franc, there is no place for there is sorry no is no place for Chinese yuan here. Brazilian rupee, Aussie dollar, there is no place for Aussie dollar. I would like to ask one question for the maker of this DXY. That Aussie is currently termed as a volatility watch, and everybody knows about that. Everybody is known about that. And if you look at the crosses like Aussie Japanese Yen, Aussie GBP, Aussie Euro, and XYZ, you will get to know that Aussie is just like you will get to know that the movement in the Aussie sometimes determine the market. Yes, of course, I would agree with the fact that sitting today Aussie is falling and Aussie is losing. So this is what something which we need to discuss. And if we look at from our right hand side, we will get to know that the global ranking in terms of liquidity, Euro is number one, Japanese yen is number two, GBP is number three, number fourth is Aussie, number fifth is Swiss franc, and so on and so forth. Chinese yuan is amongst top 10 most traded liquidity currencies of the globe, and here is the live proof of that. The Chinese yuan is at number 8. In terms of trading, these are the following ranks. The first trading currency is dollar, second is the euro, third of course is the Canadian dollar, and Aussie dollar is also amongst not amongst top 20 trading currencies of the globe. And CNH is of course number one, not to mention this. Now one point which we need to highlight here is that today is a risk off environment. There is no certainty. Like there is a set who's saying that Trump will win. There is a set who is saying Hillary Clinton will win. But the biggest question is that we need to understand if anybody would win, either Trump or Hillary or I think in the last 6 months we have faced a lot of risk of scenarios. Now in these risk of scenarios, how would you hedge your exposure? And vis-a-vis if you have the dollar, you have only one solution which is known as your dollar index, which is BBDXY. But this dollar index is highly euro dominated. Highly euro dominated. So last question for winding up. Does that dollar index giving a correct picture? Or there is a dire need that we need to shift the methodology from these so-called obsolete systems to the latest systems. So this was for the today. To update you about Bloomberg Dollar Index. You're always welcome to connect with us at www.lgconsulting.in. And before winding up, we would like to inform you that we our magazine for November is magazine for October is hitting before 20th November. You're most welcome to subscribe the same by visiting our website. We thank you very much and see you soon.